I swung open the door, flipped the light switch, and froze. Behind the half-drawn curtain, I saw the silhouette of a person, standing still, waiting. And right beside the sink, an iPhone propped up, camera facing us, recording. This happened to me during a summer trip in 2020. I've never told the full story until now. And yes, it's real. I posted it online, screenshots in the background. And here's exactly what happened. The plan was simple. My best friend Kendall and I had just survived months of lockdown. We were 20 and 21, finally out of the house, finally free. We road-tripped down to Moab, Utah to join Kendall's family and celebrate her sister's graduation. They were skydiving, hiking, laughing. It was the kind of trip you remember for life, until everything turned. On the last night, we wanted a bit of independence, just the two of us. So we rented a tiny cabin in a nearby campground. Just one room, 2 beds, 1 door, and no cell phone signal. The campground was practically empty. Just us and maybe one other family. The store at the entrance had these weird, grumpy old cashiers. Off-putting, but whatever. By the end of the day, we were wrecked, physically drained from hiking, skydiving, and cliff jumping. We crashed into camp chairs, had a few Mike's Hards, and just stared at the stars. And eventually, we decided to wash up before bed. We grabbed the lantern and made our way to the shared bathrooms. I remember how dark it was. The kind of dark where you can hear your own heartbeat. The bathrooms were basic, 4 small units, each with a toilet, sink, and a shower. I pushed the door open. Kendall stood behind me. I flipped on the light, and everything in my body screamed, "Stop." The curtain over the shower wasn't fully closed. I could see 2 legs, just barely, behind it. They were standing on a short stool, and then I saw it. A faint shadow of someone standing still, hidden, waiting. My brain short-circuited. I was trying to tell myself it wasn't real. Then Kendall whispered, "What's that?" I turned my head toward the mirror and saw it. An iPhone, propped up on the sink, camera app open, recording us. I shouted, "Nope," and we turned and bolted back to our cabin. What would you do if you opened a bathroom door and saw a phone recording and someone hiding behind the curtain? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know, because even now, I don't know what I should have done. We slammed the cabin door shut and locked it instantly. No signal, no neighbors, and we were miles from town. It felt like we were being watched. I remember turning off the lights. I couldn't bear the thought of someone staring at us through the tiny window in the door. We lay in silence, side by side, too scared to speak, too afraid to look outside. About 10 minutes later, Kendall whispered something I'll never forget. "You know what's weird?" I held my breath. She told me earlier that day, when she had gone to take a shower. She looked up at the vent above the shower head and saw a blinking blue light. We never figured out what it was. We never talked about it again. We just left. We were young, scared, and confused. And maybe we handled it wrong, but something was in that campground with us. And I don't think it ever wanted to be found. If this story left you shaken, hit that like button. Subscribe for more real horror stories every week. And if you've ever had a terrifying encounter, drop it in the comments. We read every one. The scariest stories get featured in future videos. Want your story told? Join our Discord. Links in the bio. Friday 13th might tell your nightmare next.